Today, a deep dive into Zyprexa Relprevv, the Olanzapine long-acting injection with a REMS program built around one life-threatening risk. Zyprexa Relprevv is Olanzapine Pamoate, a long-acting injectable antipsychotic. The Pamoate salt creates a slow-release depot. When injected into muscle tissue, Olanzapine is gradually released over weeks, maintaining therapeutic plasma levels without daily dosing. Olanzapine is an atypical antipsychotic with broad receptor activity. D2 blockade treats positive symptoms of schizophrenia. 5-HT2A blockade reduces EPS risk and addresses negative symptoms. H1 blockade contributes to sedation. Alpha-1 blockade causes orthostatic effects. The Pamoate formulation was designed to address adherence, a major challenge in schizophrenia treatment. But the salt change introduced a unique safety risk that required its own REMS program. Post-Injection Delirium Sedation Syndrome, PDSS, is the reason Zyprexa Relprevv has a REMS program. PDSS occurs when Olanzapine Pamoate is accidentally injected into a blood vessel. In muscle tissue, the depot forms slowly. In blood, Olanzapine Pamoate is much more soluble. It dissolves rapidly, flooding the bloodstream with Olanzapine within minutes. The result is a spectrum of symptoms: delirium, confusion, disorientation, agitation, sedation, from drowsiness to deep unconsciousness, dysarthria, slurred speech, ataxia, loss of coordination, and in severe cases, seizure or cardiorespiratory collapse. Incidence is low, about 0.07% of injections, or roughly 1 in 1,400. Onset is rapid. Most events begin within 25 to 30 minutes. Duration ranges from 90 minutes to 3 days, with a median around 24 hours. And critically, all patients who received emergency intervention recovered fully. No deaths directly attributed to PDSS alone have been reported. The 3-hour observation period required by REMS exists to catch these events and intervene before they become fatal. Zyprexa Relprevv REMS program is ETASU-D elements to assure safe use. 4 conditions must be met before every injection. First, the prescriber must be certified. That means completing REMS training, understanding PDSS recognition and emergency response, and passing an attestation. Second, the injection site must be certified. This must be a healthcare setting, a clinic or hospital, with emergency resuscitation equipment immediately available. This is not a home injection. Third, the patient must be enrolled in the REMS program. Patient demographics and consent are documented before the first dose. Fourth, the patient must be observed for 3 hours after each and every injection. Blood pressure, pulse, and consciousness are monitored at baseline, 30 minutes and 60 minutes post-dose. If symptoms develop, monitoring continues until resolution. The 3-hour rule is absolute, no exceptions. This is not a suggestion. It is a condition of dispensing. Zyprexa Relprevv is dosed based on clinical response and tolerability. In the United States, the approved maintenance doses are 210 milligrams every 2 weeks, 300 milligrams every 4 weeks, or 405 milligrams every 4 weeks. The 300 milligram every 4 weeks dose is the most commonly used in clinical practice. Initiation requires an oral overlap. Patients not already stabilized on oral Olanzapine must receive oral Olanzapine for at least 2 weeks before the first injection. This establishes tolerability and reduces the risk of unexpected adverse effects. Loading doses are possible: 405 milligrams at week 2, then 300 milligrams every 4 weeks thereafter. This gets patients to therapeutic levels faster. The injection is given deep intramuscularly, gluteal or deltoid. Aspiration is recommended to reduce intravascular injection risk, though PDSS can occur even without aspiration. Some clinical pearls for using Zyprexa Relprevv safely. First, patient selection. Zyprexa Relprevv is approved for schizophrenia, not for bipolar disorder, depression, or off-label uses. It is specifically for patients who have demonstrated response to Olanzapine and would benefit from a long-acting formulation due to adherence challenges. Second, screening. Before initiating, assess cardiovascular risk, seizure history, and current medications that may interact with Olanzapine. Use contraindication checklist from the label. Third, the oral overlap is not optional. Skipping it eliminates the tolerability assurance the overlap was designed to provide. Fourth, educate the patient and family. They need to know about PDSS symptoms, the 3-hour observation requirement, and when to seek emergency care. Written information should be provided. Fifth, document REMS enrollment before each injection. The pharmacy will not dispense without confirmation that all ETASU-D conditions are met. Sixth, if PDSS occurs, it is a clinical emergency. Activate emergency response. Do not discharge the patient until symptoms fully resolve, and document thoroughly for pharmacovigilance. Spravato and Zyprexa Relprevv are both psychiatric medications with REMS programs and mandatory observed dosing, but the similarities largely end there. Spravato is esketamine, the S enantiomer of ketamine, delivered as a nasal spray for treatment-resistant major depressive disorder. Its REMS is driven by sedation, dissociation, and abuse potential. Observation is 2 hours. Zyprexa Relprevv is Olanzapine Pamode, an IM injection for schizophrenia. Its REMS is driven by PDSS, a delivery system risk, not a drug class risk. Observation is 3 hours. Spravato has no lower age limit for adults. Zyprexa Relprevv is approved for adults 18 and older with schizophrenia. Spravato is prescribed by any certified prescriber in any certified setting. Zyprexa Relprevv must be injected at a certified site with emergency resuscitation equipment available. Spravato dosing is twice weekly for 4 weeks, then weekly maintenance. Zyprexa Relprevv is every 2 or 4 weeks after oral overlap. Both REMS programs exist to protect patients from serious harm, but the harm is different, the monitoring is different, and the clinical context is different. 3 key takeaways. 1. Zyprexa Relprevv is olanzapine delivered as a slow-release depot. The formulation solved an adherence problem but introduced a delivery system risk, PDSS, that required a dedicated REMS program. 2. PDSS is rare, less than 0.1% of injections, but potentially life-threatening. Rapid onset, 3-hour observation, emergency preparedness. These are non-negotiable. 3. REMS is not bureaucratic overhead. The 3-hour observation requirement exists because patients could die if PDSS was not recognized and managed promptly. When you enroll in REMS, you are agreeing to a clinical safety protocol. Clinical judgment is always required. But with Zyprexa Relprevv, the REMS structure exists to support that judgment, not to replace it. Questions about today's content or topics you'd like to see covered in future episodes? Drop them in the comments below. And if you found this clinically useful, hit subscribe. More psychopharmacology breakdowns are coming. This video is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for clinical judgment.